to Ghana, and he's going to talk about reparation, just briefly. Let's welcome Brother Shabaka.
Repatriation.
Repatriation.
Yes, repatriation.
Great.
Done.
Yes.
Well, I just want to thank you, my people, for taking this trip. You know, my peers in America think I'm brave to have done this. So I'm going to extend that, you know, and say thank you for being brave and coming. I just want to relate to you my personal story as to how I came here and what's happening with me. Because I think repatriation and reparations is kind of the same thing, similar. I went to the United States when I was like 19, went to the Pratt Institute, studied art, you know, wanted to be an artist, wanted to leave and come to Africa, do a master's, come to Africa and teach. But then, you know, I got married early. It was a wonderful thing, but it kept me from coming to Africa. I had to raise those kids, I had to stay back. So after 20 years, I decided to say, no, I'm going to have to pursue this dream. Looked at my situation as an African person in America, as a black man in America. And well, every time I walk down the street, I get scorned. My own grandmother, I'm a suspect when I'm in America. When I came to Africa, that was completely reversed. People embrace me, people look forward for different reasons, not all pure, but I'm embraced. Opportunities are given me. People give me the benefit of the doubt as an African male. I don't get that in America. I never get that in America. I didn't even get that in Jamaica. You're suspect also. So anyway, I was an artist in America. I was living on Myrtle Avenue, Brooklyn, paying $1,500 a month for my rent. I checked it up. I said, okay, 1 year I'm paying around more than $20,000. I said to my, well, cut a long story short, a friend of mine was here. Friend visited just like you, met him, contacts was made, came back. I called him up. I said, what's up in Africa? He said, I'm here. I'm doing social work. I said, so what's the monthly rent here? He said, oh, $100 a month. I said, what? $100 a month? I want a place there. I figured it like this. I said, if I'm paying more than $20,000 a month for a year for rent, if I go to Africa, and I'm making art now, you know, and most of the times I'm in that loft making art is when I can buy myself 2 months. Other times I have to be out there hustling to pay that rent. So I said to myself, okay, I can send a container back and forth. I can pay 2 tickets back and forth with just the money I'm spending on the landlord. So I decided, okay, I'm taking the plunge. I sent my container even before I bought my ticket. This was some 14 years ago. There were many obstacles. Twice I came to Africa, went back. Twice I came back from the United States and found my house room clean. I had to start over again. But I said, well, the ancestors just testing me. I don't know if you really want to be in this place. But I stuck it out, went back and forth for some 7 years, still being an artist, but still I was saying connected to the American umbilical cord. All the money that I made, I had to come back and make it in the United States. I didn't find my way in Africa. So 4 years ago, after spending 3 years, and I'm going to be real, 3 years in the United States trying to pay off a, what do you call this again? Child support bill for $1,500, $15,000. 3 years I spent, all I did in those 3 years was to catch up. I didn't pay the debt hold. And I said to myself, why am I doing this? Why am I sending you license just to do that? I mean, I know what I want to do for my family. If I was in Africa, I could be putting 1 stone at a time and getting myself a house. I didn't have that in America. So, came back, started on my project, 1 story at a time, 1 stone at a time, decided to that the biggest thing I needed to do was to solve my money situation, in that I didn't necessarily want to be dependent on the United States of America or any place else like that for money. Okay, I wanted to make my own living in Africa here. So I decided to take some meager paying job for some time till I build up myself. I took a job working for some people as a farmer, supervising their farm, managing their workers, because they're expats and I'm an expat. We communicated and it was easier for them to deal with their workers. So anyway, long story short, eventually 4 years ago I started to make a living in Africa. It wasn't no big living, but it was a living. Okay, I could eat and I could move around. As it moved on, I decided to go into farming myself. Right now I'm farming fever grass, and I'm farming some other herbs called sorrel that we take in Jamaica, the Caribbean. And that I export some of that, but I'm still working just basically as a farm person. But I want to tell you a little detail about it, because one, as I said, when I was in America, nobody gave me any opportunity. I had to kick doors off. I had to show people that I can do this. I can show people I can do that. When I came here, all I had, people just say, "Oh, Asta, you're not doing anything? You know, they export." I said, "No, I need some help." They took me to Dr. Koto in Bota. He has an hospital in my region. He has a big land. He said, "Listen, what do you want to farm, Rasta? Oh, farming. You go share it with me." So I'm saying that I would never have gotten that opportunity in America, where somebody would, so yo, 20 acres, go do something on it. Just share it with me. Okay? So that's why I say repatriation, because what I find with Mother Africa, the more you love and embrace her,
yes,
and all things wrong at you, embrace it, your good day is coming. She is going to reward you more than you have ever rewarded before. And I have to tell you that this year was the first time I'm able to send some money from Africa to the United States to help with my transport bill. It was not a whole lot of money, but 2,000 Ghana cedis is a good chunk in my pocket. My kids only got some 400 US, but I'm saying repatriation is possible. You can leave this, well, I was going to say leave your dream, but your dream, what I want to say to you, your dream is not the American dream. Your dream is your dream. The people in America, they try to come to tell you that your dream is the American dream. They're trying to take credit for your dream, but it's your dream. Whatever it is you want to accomplish, you can walk away from that place and you can accomplish it in this country, in this Ghana, or almost anywhere in Africa. As long as you keep your dream, you are not deterred by adversity. As I said, twice I came back, my house was broom clean. I didn't let it deter me. I didn't curse nobody. I didn't go lock up anybody. I just said, yo, you know what? I'm getting older, and I think the older I get is the more I should let go, not accumulate. So these people must be helping me, because that's how I look at life. They're trying to help me let go of all these things, because I'm a visual artist. I grew up with the training that everything I do is important, and if you don't pay big money, you can't have it. That's my training. At a certain point, I went to a house in the bush, and I saw a baby laying on my big painting that I would have sold for some thousands of dollars in the dirt. I had to just let it go. I had to redesign my whole sense of value. Okay, but that was a quest that I was after long before. The quest is to put new value on the African person. We don't value ourselves nowhere in the world. We don't value, I think black male and woman is in the same boat, so I don't like to differentiate, but I do know that when I'm in America, as a black man, I got It's like nobody values me. Nobody values the information I got. So, I am saying to you that if you're an African male living in America, don't think that if you don't get a job or if somebody don't hire, there is no future for you. You don't have to steal nothing or sell drugs and go to jail either, because that's not the future. This is a big place in Africa where people just on GP, you're from the hood, brother, people is gonna like, yo, they're gonna call you. They're not gonna diss you. Okay? There's opportunity. It's just that you, our people, we have to be very clear about what we want. And we can't allow bad events or bad people, because there are bad people all over the world, to deter us from our dream. And if we move forward to embrace our dream will embrace us. Okay? Just a little anecdote. 2 years ago, I went to Mali to see a friend of mine. He was sitting there. He had gotten the buyout he was working for New York City, got the buyout, decided to come to Africa and do the gold thing. I said, wait, gold? I didn't want to hear about it. It's 2 years ago. He went back to the United States from Mali. He didn't get his gold. He thought everything was lost. 2 weeks ago, he called me up. He said, Shabaka, I want you to take something out for me. Man is in Mali. He has left Guinea. He says he's got to go check the gold. First time I've ever seen gold. I see the man bringing this bag, this sack like this. The thing was so heavy. Eh? He brought the gold. He was ready from my brethren. The gold is now in my brethren's hand in the United States. Now, it took him some time, but Mother Africa did not disappoint him. You just have to be diligent, whatever business you're in. If you have a party that you trust, you don't forget about him necessarily because he did not deliver. If you are there and you realize that, okay, this man can deliver. Okay, you keep your lines open. You don't walk away. You can dash in, you can give money. But if you make an investment, you don't walk away from it. You know what's happening with it. And I tell you, the people in Africa are basically mostly honest people. If they make you a promise, they want to deliver. Lots of things can happen. But I only told him that 2 years passed. He's sitting in New York. He's forgotten about this gold. Me, I've forgotten about it. Okay? So, embrace the trip. Embrace whatever you find. Even if it appears to you bad, just make it pass through. Some recommendations. I don't know if you have this on your, but I suggest that everyone should plant a tree when they come to Africa. Find a place. There are lots of seedlings around. Plant a tree somewhere and just keep that in your mind. So you're going to get somebody to pay some small boy to water the tree. Because you can't plant a tree without water in Africa here. Because there's rainy season and dry season. If you plant a tree in the rainy season, it will grow. But if the roots aren't long enough, somebody needs to water that. So I'm saying that your investment in Africa could start like that. Find some place, plant a tree, make sure your tree is maintained. That is it. Okay? Use that tree as a teaching tool for your life and your investment in Africa. And that is all I got to say.